Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
I'm Delta Work, and it's time for Very Delta. Our snow is melting. Burlesque superstar Jessabelle Thunder is here. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
Oh.
Mom!
Do you slay, queen, like me? Do you wear poinsettias like me? Ooh. Do you flock your tree like me? Do you want to come down my chimney? Are you a mistletoed like me? Are you a nutcracker like me? Well, if you are, you must be very Merry Delta. I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta, a luxury public access podcast and YouTube talk show where I look gorgeous, speak extemporaneously, and invite interesting people to sit on the couch and get very Delta. Very Delta is for the woman who loves trifari around her neck, especially at the holidays. This episode is getting ready to rumble, but first, let's get into some things that are very Delta. I love having my picture taken. When I get in drag, I want it documented. I want filters. I want pictures. Whoever's around me, I want to take a picture with them. I would like to make a video. I like making boomerangs. I'm not saying I do it all well, but I like doing it. When people have the Snapchat filters, bring as many of them as you can. I love all of that. I love documenting what I do, and I love documenting who is around me when I'm doing it because I think it's a whole lot of fun. And honestly, the cell phone has like 3 cameras on it. I'm assuming they're all working all together. I don't know if you are supposed to use them separately. Regardless, document the stuff when I'm in drag. But there has to be some parameters. I mean, there really has to be some moment where you step back and you look and you're like, I think this is what we need to document versus I think that's what we don't need to document. And I think about this because part of what I do oftentimes involves a meet and greet opportunity. Many times when you appear at a nightclub, whether it's like a drag entertainer or a burlesque performer, a singer, or maybe even like bigger names like, I don't know, or more expensive names, I should say, like going to a celebrity's concert or a stand-up comics show, you can purchase your regular general admission tickets, you can purchase elevated seats, and then you can purchase a meet and greet opportunity. And what happens is part of paying for the event is done through those sales of not just the tickets, but the meet and greet, because people that are now the VIPs will come in and they'll have the opportunity to meet the artist and take a picture. The thing about a meet and greet that's always interesting to me is I feel like it's not really actually ever a meet and greet. It's just this opportunity to go in and take a picture because it kind of feels like a cattle call. And please know that when there are entertainers that are doing that, they're not always the ones that are responsible for people coming in and out to take the pictures. So I personally love meeting and greeting. I want to know who you are, where you're from, why it is that you're interested in being there to see me or to see the show that I'm part of. That doesn't always get to take place because there's so many people. So there's never really like a definition. It just is called a meet and greet, but there's not a definition that says you will get 10 minutes with this person or you will get 30 seconds with this person. I do my best to get a little moment, but sometimes they're like, hey, picture, you're done. Sometimes I'll be in a place where that opportunity is not provided, but the audience may be lingering around in a bar or something like that. I'll do my best to go out, say hi, especially if it's in a city that I'm not normally, especially if it's in a city that I don't normally visit or I've not been before. I know that people have, taken their time and they want to say hi, and I want to say hi too. What happens is if it's not a formal meet and greet and you can tell that the crowd is very rowdy, everyone's going to be pulling people in different directions. And people are going to get mad if you don't take a picture with every single person. And this is not to say like, oh, I'm so loved by everyone. But what it is to say is people want to document where they were that night. And they're like, hey, I saw Delta, or I saw some drag queen, and they want to take a picture. If there's not a formal meet and greet and you go out to say hi to the few people that you do know, other people that you don't know that you're not spending time with start to get angry. So all it takes is just one post that I tried to take a picture with this person and they were a bitch. And it's like, there's not a formal meet and greet. Or some people will come up to the paid meet and greet and say, hey, I want to get a picture. And you're like, I've got to go through the line first because that's part of my contract is to go through the line. And then anyone that's left, I'll come out from this little stanchion and I'll take pictures with whoever. If you don't do that, and then people are like, oh, well, why do I have to wait in line? Why should I pay? You're a bitch. I shouldn't have to pay for this. I didn't set the rule. You know what I mean? Like, that's just part of the deal. That's par for the course. But another thing that sometimes happens that's really kind of fucked up is when people find their way backstage and like know someone from backstage by like 6 degrees of separation or whatever it is. And they're like, I want to take a picture with you. And you're like standing there in your underwear. You're trying to change, no wig. And you're like, hey, baby, like I'll be out in like 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be out. Even though, you know, you may not want to go out because you've already finished a meet and greet. You've already taken pictures. You've already spent your time in the bar dressed fully, you know, to present yourself for a really nice photo. And people are like, no, I don't care if you're in your underwear. I've got my friends with me. We don't give a fuck. We know the queens. We don't care. But you know what? I care because that's my personal time. And I don't want you to document pictures of me unless I decide that I don't mind if you take pictures of me in my underwear. But to make the assumption for any entertainer that, well, we don't care because we know you. We know all the queens. Well, you can know all the queens you want. I'm going to let you know me the way that I want you to know me and the way that I want it documented. There's a million pictures out there of me looking crazy. I remember I had an amazing time the first time I was ever at Axis nightclub in Columbus. And it was with Nina West before she was on Drag Race and Virginia West before she established her own bar called District West in Columbus. And we got so drunk and we had a blast. And me and Nina West were ripping our clothes off and we had a good time. And I'm not embarrassed about that. I was on stage in my underwear. We had a blast and I'll never forget that. But that was on my call. That was when I decided I wanted to present that. If I'm backstage and I'm changing and you come back there with your camera, oh, hey, bitch. Oh, I'm documenting this. If you don't get that camera out of my face, I'm going to break it. I will break it and I will have no problem with that. And you can tell me that you're going to call your lawyer that you don't have on retainer because, you know, you don't even have your rent. You don't even have your rent paid. So you definitely don't have a lawyer. But get the camera out of people's faces. Like, just give it 2 seconds. If somebody says, I will come out and take a picture with you as soon as I get fully dressed and I come out so that you can have a great picture. But so many people want to say, oh, I don't care. I'm coming to this dressing room. I know you, bitch. I don't care if you're some day drunk that hangs out at a bar. I don't care if you're somebody who knows me because I shop at your CVS or whatever. Let me decide how I want to present myself in the picture. And by the way, when you do get those pictures in a dressing room and you see people in the back with a wig cap on or in a compromising position, what do you get out of posting that? Like, why? What do you want people to know? Like, I know these bitches better than all this. No, you know us because of this. Not better than this. When you come backstage and you start calling people out of their name and telling people, I don't mind how you look. My friends don't care. You're trying to tell people, oh, this drag doesn't impress me. I know you all better than this. My friend's a drag queen. Well, good for your friend. Good for your friend. That's wonderful. But when you come back here and you think you know us differently or I know you better than all this, no, you know because of this. So don't call people out of their name. Don't try to take pictures of people when they're fucking bent over or they're wearing their rip tights or they're taking their makeup off because you think it's so funny or telling somebody, oh, I'll crop the picture. Don't worry about it. You're not going to crop the picture. You're just going to post it however you post it. And then you're going to take people. And then what happens is then people start distrusting other people. And then they say, guess what? No pictures ever. No pictures ever. I'm just telling you how it happens. I'm just telling you. This is across the board. People go to DragCon all the time and they wonder why they have to stand in lines and take pictures. And why do they have to be in a certain way? Because the lighting is horrible. There's people all around taking pictures. So people are getting horrifying angles. People want control over this. As an entertainer, you paint your face in front of a mirror. So you want people to look the way that you want to present it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Matthew Anderson always said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Matthew Anderson said, putting a filter on a picture is just the next level in cosmetics application. That's all it is. People want to be seen the way that they see themselves in the mirror. They don't want to be broken down and have people go, I'm real. I have stubble. I'm real. I don't have any shoes on. Why do you need to document that? Maybe for a documentary that the person knows is being made, but on your cell phone, in your Instagram story where you tag and you're like, oh, look at this bug. That's not cool. You're not supporting anyone, and you certainly don't know anyone better. You're just being gross. There's a very simple, very Delta code of conduct for taking a picture or being at a meet and greet. Absolutely 100 zillion million %. Do not interrupt someone when they're already having a conversation with someone else. Wait for there to be a break in the conversation. Wait for the entertainer to turn and make eye contact. But don't walk up and go, hey, I gotta go. I need a picture. Move over. When you do that, I don't want to take a picture. Now, I will take the picture, and I think that you know that I will, because you know that I like taking pictures with people and I like having a good time, and you know a lot of these other queens won't fuck with you and won't give you time. But after we take the picture, I will admonish you, and I will tell you, the next time you do this, don't interrupt me. Because I think it's fucking inappropriate and rude. I wouldn't do it to you. And my job is not to reduce myself to your level, but to bring you to mine. Somebody's got to teach you this. And my job here is to teach you this. My job is to let you know you need to be corrected. I don't care if you're 21 years old and it's your first time at the bar, or you're 61 years old. These manners go across the board for everyone. Second of all, turn your fucking flash on. Please turn your flash on when you take a picture. If you don't turn your flash on, there's no need to publish the picture. If somebody looks like a complete gargoyle, there's no reason. I don't want to look like that. I know what I look like in overhead lighting. Let's do some favors. Let's document this so it looks beautiful on your Instagram page, and I can tag it as well. Because if you tag me and we're friends and you see that I didn't share the picture, that's because it's butt ugly. That's because I'm not going to share it. Whether you loved it or not, I'm not going to share it if I don't think I look right. And I'm not going to share it if I don't think you look right. If I think that you look awful, I'll filter the picture and I'll do the way I know that you look. I'm going to do that favor for you. I want you to do it for me. Second of all, we all want pearly whites. We all want white eyes. Don't go into a picture and just go like this in Facetune until somebody's teeth are so white that it looks like just one block all the way across. That's not realistic. Now, I get it. What we're doing here isn't completely real. But our job is to make it look as a reasonable facsimile of the way that you remember that person looking. If they have something on their shoulder, if a bird shit on their shoulder in the middle of the picture, I don't know, put it in your Instagram story and drop a little flower over the shoulder and say like, oh, I was just putting a few stickers and GIFs on here from Giphy. Just something cute. Do people some favors in these pictures. First ask for permission. Then use a flash, use somebody else's phone as well. I mean, as much light as possible, and use a filter over these pictures. My God, everybody wants to look good. When you're taking a picture with someone, especially an entertainer that's wearing a costume or obviously is wearing a wig, or maybe their hair, maybe it's their real hair, who knows? Don't put your hand or your shoulder or your arm over them and yank the wig down because you're like, oh, I love you so much. I want to show how much I love you that I need to rip your wig off. I want to put it like this and then watch everyone show like, we don't give a fuck. We're friends. Fuck the wig. Like, no, not fuck the wig. Fuck you. Fuck you. Keep your arm off of my wig. Also, if you smell under your arms like fucking onions, don't rub your armpit all over me. I don't want to smell like that. You can smell like that, and maybe that's hot, and maybe like later we can smell it. But like as far as the costume goes, like I don't want to have to take vodka in a spray bottle and clean my costume off because it smells like full ass Vidalia onion. Do you see what I'm saying? Like just don't do that part. Don't ever walk up to somebody and go, your makeup is so pretty. Oh my God. I love you. If you touch, look, but don't touch, don't touch. Look, but don't touch, don't touch. There's a song that says that. Keep your fucking hands off of people's faces. We've gone through 3 years now, we're going into a 4th year of communicable diseases where people, and you're going to go up to somebody and, I got to touch you. Or walking up to somebody and go, I'm a kisser, let me kiss you. Like, I'm not, actually. I don't want you. I've never met you in my whole life. Sure, I would love to know you. But like, I don't need the wetness of inside the pink part of your mouth touching like my orifices. Unless it's my ass after I tell you not to do these things, then you can get that pink part of your mouth. You can get that pink part of your mouth and kiss the pink part of my ass. You heard? I'm not a person who is about the bullshit or is about placating people. I like to find something about someone to have a very real interaction with. If I say to somebody, I really like your hat, it's because I really like their hat. If I say to somebody, oh, I've been waiting to meet you, we were interacting on Instagram, I'm happy to meet you. But if there's somebody that I don't know and I don't know what to say, it's absolutely okay for me to say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Those are real ways to interact with people because I absolutely 1,000,000%, no matter how angry I get about filters, no matter how bugged I get about people touching my face and all these other things, this is not everyone, but it's enough that it becomes a point of conversation. What I'm saying is I like meeting people. I don't need to feed people bullshit because I feel like I don't need to feed people bullshit. I feel like everyone hears enough bullshit. I really do love meeting every single person that I get to meet because, yes, it's a blessing. Have a blessed day. People say that all the time. You're the blessing. I'm a blessing. This is a blessing. We're so lucky. We're so gratitude. We are lucky. I am lucky. I love going places and meeting people. But that doesn't mean I don't love going and meeting people with parameters and saying to people, you can't just grab a hold of my clothes and yank me here and there. You can't just rip my wig off. You can't just touch my face. Like, you wouldn't go up to somebody else and do that. Like, you wouldn't just go up to somebody in public and do that. Why is it that when someone's in drag, it's okay to do that and then tell people, oh, stop acting so fussy. It's not that serious. It is that serious. It's serious enough that you bought a ticket to come watch. If I'm in a meet and greet and somebody comes up to me and says, I love you, and I say back to them, I love you back. I do. I really do love everyone. I don't know why there has to be a degree of how much you love someone. There's different kinds of love. I love that you exist. I love that you allow me to have a platform. I love that you would encourage me. I love that you have a cell phone bill, but you decided to pay $15 or $5 or a cab ride or an Uber in order to come see me. There's everything to love in that. It doesn't mean that I'm in love with you. It doesn't mean that I want to fuck you. It doesn't mean that I want to marry you. It doesn't mean that I want to loan you $300 and never ask for the money back. It means that I love what we give to one another. I give you something to think about, something to learn, something to enjoy, something to laugh about, and you give me the space to do it, the ears to listen to it, the platform to sometimes make a fool of myself, sometimes teach a lesson, sometimes cry together, sometimes laugh at the ridiculousness of life. I love you. Do you want to see me take a break? I think you want to see me take a break. And we are back. I am so excited because there is a storm brewing and she's about to bring the thunder. Please make welcome my extra special guest, the one and only Jessabelle Thunder.
Yay! Hi. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited. When I asked you a long time ago, you were like, let me know because I got to clear the calendar. And you absolutely cleared your calendar. I knew going into the I always think of the holidays as like such a pretty time. Mm-hmm. It's sparkly and it's velvety, it's textural. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know we're not going to have an episode right on Christmas.
Yeah.
But the episode leading up has to be beautiful. And it had to be you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely cleared my schedule like instantly. I was like, I'll be there. I'll figure it out.
I'm so excited. This is the time of year. Do you like the holidays?
I do, because it's also my birthday
What day?
on the 23rd.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like my holiday, but it's also Christmas.
Right.
But it's my holiday. So I love it. And like everyone's always like, oh, well, don't you feel like shafted because you only get one gift? And I'm like, no, I don't work that way.
No.
No, since birth, I'm like, 2, please. My birthday is not on Christmas. It's 2 days before.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer that when it's your birthday and somebody goes, oh, I missed your birthday, they think that's like an easy out. But I'm like, oh, no, it's my birthday season.
Yeah.
You can take me out to lunch. You can buy me a Starbucks gift card. Anything.
Anytime.
Anything.
I know. I do the whole month because it's the holidays. So people go away or they're like, I don't have any money. I have to go on this trip. So I'm like, cool. It's going to start December 1st and we're going to end at Christmas and we're going to just do things for my birthday. Because if you're going to leave, then we're going to still celebrate.
Right. Well, you could actually even extend that and say it's like whatever your astrological sign is, it's that whole season.
Oh.
We could do that.
I like that. I don't know much about like astrological. I know I'm a Capricorn. Like that's all I know.
That's a good sign. I'm an Aquarius, so we're kind of back to back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. January. That's right.
They're pretty similar from what I understand, but then there's also those things that Raja knows all about all this. So when we do our Very That podcast, she always brings it in. I'm like, girl, bring me the sun, the moon, and the stars. I know you're going to. She tells me all that.
I love it.
But so I know you, and a lot of people know you specifically. Some people use the term stripper. I use the term ecdysiast.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
One who sheds their skin.
I like that.
Yeah.
I also just say stripper, burlesque dancer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people get a little touchy, though, when they're like, oh, you're a stripper. And they're like, I'm not a stripper. And you're like, but you're actually taking clothes off. Like,
right.
That's what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. And I've heard that before. A lot of people who do an actual strip presentation and then girls that, for quote unquote, are dancers in a club. Sometimes people think there's this division line, but I feel like a lot of people who do a strip performance in any way, shape, or form, regardless of how expensive their items are or not expensive their items are, I feel like if they're worth their weight, they're not separating themselves from other people going, oh, I don't do what you do, I do this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it looks down on someone else.
Right.
And it's all like under the sex work umbrella.
Right.
So some people are like, I'm not associated with any sex work. And you're like, no, but you kind of are.
Yeah, you're providing a beautiful fantasy.
Yeah. Which I hope to do on stage.
Yeah, you do. So tell me about what
you.
you do. Tell us about performances and...
I do the art of the tease. And I wear, not all expensive. I wish I could afford all the things, but some of it's expensive, some of it's not. But I wear sparkly things on stage and I get to dance to whatever music I feel like I want to dance to. Sometimes people think burlesque is only like the big band classic thing, but I love it because I've just learned so much more about it. Being in it for like 13 years, I've learned that it looks like a million different things. And I love that. And so what I do is I like choose music that inspires me or that I feel in my soul. And then I create an act out of that.
Right.
And then I get to perform on stages all over the world and at small bars down the street in people's backyards.
Yeah.
I've performed in a lot of different places and had a lot of dressing rooms, which I'm sure you have also had a lot of different dressing rooms and stages.
Yeah. We are similar in that what we do is I used to think of like not just burlesque, but Mark, what's the term I'm looking for? Not vaudeville, but somewhere in between there. Anyway, I always feel like the term burlesque can cover a lot of things. It can cover not just stripping, but also comedy. It can encompass singing. It can encompass so many things because you're just providing sort of this space of fantasy and glamour and humor. And that's what's so beautiful about what specifically you do is sometimes I see people that do a burlesque act and it's very serious. And you can be, but then sometimes there's a humor if there's like something gets stuck or something silly happens, but there's always this joy that comes out when you're doing it. Do you feel joyous when you're doing it?
Thank you. I do. I like have this cheeky, like someone said once, like a coquettish like presence on stage. And it actually is whatever I feel in the music is what I project.
Right.
And I don't know, it really depends on what that is. And if I do have a mess up, like I ripped shit. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I rip things. I just like tear things. But I also like to interact with people, and I like people to feel what I feel.
Right.
Like in the audience. That's what's important to me too. It's also important that I don't mess things up and look horrible, but it's also important that they're entertained. And some people, and it's not wrong, but some people do burlesque and they're just like, it's all me. Look at me. Look at my shiny shoes and my costume and look at this. And I'm like, yeah, look at me, but also I want to make sure you're highly entertained and that you're having a great time. And that's like, you know, what's really important to me.
Have you ever had any like recognizable or memorable like slip ups, like a shoe broke or a strap broke and you couldn't come back from it, or you just made it part of it?
Have I? I've had a lot of stories. I have far too many embarrassing moments. Everything that I think a performer, even in drag, everything you think could go wrong or that you fear could go wrong has happened to me.
Right.
I just told the story recently. I was side stage getting ready to go on and perform. I'm going to talk about I'm going to a little TMI for a second, but side stage get ready to perform. The act before me was on. I'm watching them. All of a sudden, my body was like, and your period is going to ruin your costume. And I was like, fuck.
Whoa.
And I had to run backstage, run to the bath. That's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the wrong, in my head, I had the wrong position in the show. So I was side stage waiting to perform and I was up next. Didn't realize it until they called my name to introduce me. And I was like, oh my God, like panicking. And Violet Chachki was in that show too. And I remember they were upstairs in the dressing room. Like everyone was helping me pin my costume on and get ready and run back downstairs. Last year I broke my ankle performing. Yeah.
How do you get out of that when you're on stage?
20 seconds into my act. And I'm like at this small bar. And so you can dance on the table. You can dance on a bar top. And I was like, I'm going to be safe and be on the floor. 20 seconds in, I did a little spin. I did a little high kick, which I'm not super flexible, but I get my leg up pretty high. High kicked, collapsed on the ground. And I like kicked my foot up in the air because I was like, oh shit, I just fell in front of all these people. Oh my gosh. What do I do? So I'm like, floor work. And I looked at my foot and also probably TMI. My foot was like to the side.
Oh, you could see it.
I could see it, but I didn't know it was broken. God. So I pushed it back and then I rolled and tried to do the sexy like floor work. And I stood back up and then collapsed. And I was like, oh, I think I'm done. I think I can't.
Whoa.
I think I might have hurt something.
Yeah. Whoa.
It was crazy. It's funny now. It's not funny in the moment.
Well,
but
but it's frightening. That is so scary.
Yeah, because you never think that stuff can happen. And apparently it can.
It can,
Burlesque is a dangerous sport. Performing is a dangerous sport.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Especially when you're not familiar with like a certain space or but then they also say, you know, like the idea of like a car accident, a lot of car accidents happen right when you're close to home because you're so used to it. You're like, oh, this is old hat. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, your defenses go down. When it comes to burlesque and performing, do you have people that like inspire you, whether it's not another dancer or maybe a singer or a designer or something?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm inspired by a lot of things and a lot of people. Music is my first go-to for sure. But I take inspiration, steal it. But I get inspiration from watching dancers, like professional dancers, from watching drag queens like on stage, because I've done so many drag shows. I really always enjoy doing that. We need more burlesque and drag shows again.
I agree. I don't think a lot of people realize how many drag queens and burlesque performers are really great friends and totally understand the idea of putting something on and doing it and having a great time and loving it, but also loving the idea of taking it off. And I don't even mean stripping it off on stage. I mean physically washing it off. And as friends, being able to see one another and go, I know what you do. I can see can see you playing and I can remember what you look like not when you're fully done up. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a special place in there between burlesque or strippers or dancers, whatever term people identify with, and drag. You know, I think you mentioned, we were talking off camera about Tito, who is amazing to me. I love seeing people who sort of break those boundaries and realize, because I feel like as long as I've seen burlesque performers like yourself, Natasha, Dita, Catherine, Dirty. When I watch them, I feel like every person in general can take something from that and maybe do not make a career out of that, but they can learn that there's something sexy in them.
Yeah.
Like there really is. You don't have to go, oh, I don't look like that because I can't do that. I remember in an interview one time, Dita, I don't know if she said it or she suggested, but it was this story about that you don't always have to be the most beautiful to be glamorous, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, fortunately, you are beautiful and glamorous, but not everyone is going to feel that way.
Yeah.
Even though everyone does have their own beautiful way, but there's so much you can take from that. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I did not feel. I still have issues sometimes, but I did not feel the most glamorous, beautiful, especially being a Black woman and growing up in Norwalk, or Norwalk and wherever else I grew up. But like, I didn't have a lot of Black friends. I had my family, but I just always, representation was not the way it is now. And so I gravitated towards magazines that were mostly like white faces. And so I always grew up with this like, oh, I'm not beautiful. And then I found burlesque eventually, and I just started to feel like I came into my own and I started to feel who I was more through it, which is really strange. It's not that strange, but I guess it's probably similar to, like drag too. I was watching like We're Here the other day, and Bob was saying, through drag, they learned about their Blackness and and their sexuality and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, like that's totally how I feel with burlesque too. It just taught me so much, and I got to meet so many people and see other Black performers too. And I was like, oh, wow, it's not just me. And they all look so different. Everyone's a different shape and a different skin tone. Everyone's different personality on stage. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Like it doesn't look just one way.
And
that's so important to like recognize.
It really doesn't. And also, like, I mean, just the idea of what you present. Like, I did an event a long time ago. It was probably 10 years ago, and it was in Palm Springs. And I remember there was tons of people that were related to like the pinup girl brand, and they were all entertaining. And I could see that like how much work went into these individual acts that were telling stories or were giving a point of view. And you were seeing all these different bodies and all these different styles. And it wasn't like a competition like this next person's the big girl. This next person's the Black girl.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way. Like it shouldn't be that way. Like if the show happens to have 3 performers that are all super, super plus size and one thin Black girl, then that's the lineup. That's where it is. And if it's all Black entertainers and 2 Asian girls that are dressed like matadors, well then, you know what I mean? Like there's just a variety. And that's what's so beautiful about the story that you tell and the way that you tell it with your body.
I love it.
Yeah.
I really love it. I would not be the same person. And I'm so grateful for having found burlesque because I get to meet people like you. Like,
Aww.
I feel like I was thinking about that on the way here. I'm like, I think we met doing Callie's show, maybe at Hamburger Mary's, like when I first started doing burlesque.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
That's a long ass
time ago.
It really is. It really is. Yeah. I love that.
I look at that Hamburger Mary's now in West Hollywood and I'm like, oh, it did not used to look that way on the inside. That giant pole in the middle of the stage.
Yeah. And what about that still that's there, that like death-defying like spiral staircase?
Yeah.
Everyone's watching you come down. So I feel like whether you're in drag or you're doing a burlesque show or you're a comedian, everyone's going to be a burlesque artist because you have to like move down the stairs and like, I'm telling a story, but I'm just trying to get down the stairs.
Exactly. Or carrying your things up the steps when you have all this luggage and it's like narrow. I remember those days. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Those were fun.
There used to be this hook that hung down, and I don't know if it had a light feature or what it had, but there was a moment one time coming down and I was like storming down, and it was like that Tu Wong Fu moment because it snatched my wig off, and I was like, oh. And I tried to like back up into the wig, like, and there's no coming back. There's no coming back from it. Let's take a break. And we are back. We're back with my extra special guest, the one and only Jessabelle Thunder. Where did you come up with Thunder as your name?
Thunder was my nickname way before Burlesque.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. It was a bunch of like guy friends I had in like high school or college. High school going into college. And one day they just called me Thunder, and it has stuck ever since. And so I always said like my stage name when I had to come up with one, I'm like, I want it to be something I already know.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Thunder was the last name. And then Jessabelle is the first one. And my sister helped me come up with that one. And I was like, oh, I kind of like it.
I like that.
And it's really funny because thinking about it now, I feel like it was, is it Kismet? Is that the word I'm looking for? Like it was just like meant to be, because I love how powerful Thunder is, but Jessabelle's really delicate and cutesy. It is
a beautiful name.
And thank you. And I feel like that is me. I'm like unexpected, like punch.
No, really though. And I think that too, because people do have an assumption when they look at certain people. Mm-hmm. They'll, you're going to be this way because you are very delicate and you're very refined. So people imagine like, oh, she's not going to cuss. Oh, she's not going to do this or that. And it's like,
guess what?
Guess what? Chicken butt. No, I was thinking about this idea that how similar what we do is. And there's times when we'll have people will want to take a picture, or there'll be like a paid meet and greet situation where you're like, oh, I'm kind of being wrangled into this thing where in order for them to sell these tickets, they have to have this paid meet and greet. And I know personally, like I want to take a picture with everybody. If you ask me to take a picture, especially me being now 13 years after Drag Race, I'm flattered. So I'll be at Walmart and people are like, can I take a picture? And I'm like, you remember who I am?
Of course.
Yes, let's take a picture. But there are situations where you are wrangled into this spot and then people are like, oh, hold on, can you get a picture? And you're like, I'm kind of committed to doing these ones. And so afterwards I can, but then it ends up where people are like, oh, this bitch doesn't want to do a picture. She wants to be shitty. Oh, and it's,
yeah.
It's a tough situation to be in because you want everyone to be happy because you're happy. Has that happened to you?
I think I'm too much of a people pleaser.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh, even though my inside is like, I just want to go in the backstage and do nothing and take off my makeup.
Right.
I come off stage and I like to talk to my friends, but I'm so awkward, like talking to new people. So I'm always like, it gives me anxiety. But I go out there because, they expect you to go out there and like, they want to say kind things and it's really nice. And so I always try to make an effort to just get to everybody.
Right.
Like even if someone walks away, I'm like, oh, remember, I didn't forget.
Right.
So I'm like, please like me.
Well, that's an interesting thing about what we do is that because it is, you're on stage by yourself, and a lot of people, maybe family or other friends that don't do what we do, think that we always love the attention, and the attention's wonderful. But there's a lot of us are really like verge sometimes on being introverted. Because when it's quiet time, it's like super quiet time, like vegging out, watching TV. People are like, oh, you must go to all the parties and do this and that. And while it's wonderful to be invited, and I don't want anyone to stop inviting me, please invite me because some of them I want to go to. But a lot of times you're like, when I finally have quiet time, oh, it's magical. Like that is magical.
It is.
For sure.
I will sit at home and binge watch. What did I binge watched Wednesday the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Just at home. I had no gigs and I was like, I'm just going to chill and eat and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
By myself.
Yeah.
But no, it's a weird thing. What do I tell people? It's like, I want attention, but I don't want attention.
Right.
It's like, it's a thing with performers. I feel like there's a lot of people. I feel like a small amount of people who just want all the attention all the time. I think there's more of us who are like,
I want to schedule the attention.
Yeah.
I want to schedule
exactly. Let me control it somehow.
No, essential to what you do, I feel like there is one thing that is so sexy that can happen, even if nothing else happens. Watching someone just remove one thing and do it so methodically or so interesting. And often that's a glove. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you have just mastered. It's what you do. It's what you know. It's what can you show us?
Okay. Wait, can I stand up or I have to do this all sitting down, right?
You can sit there and put them on.
Yeah.
Look how pretty those are.
Thank you.
Do you design or craft or stone and embellish any of your own things, or do you have that done?
Both.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, I can't do any fancy like designs, but if you want me to like rhinestone a glove like this, I just like sit for hours and just dot.
Do you like doing it, or is it like tedious to you?
I like doing it when there's no like parameter.
Right.
So if it's like, again, if it's like a design and someone's like, create this spiral and do these fancy things, I'm like, I don't want to do it. But if I can
That's what I say.
Yeah, if I can sit and just fully encrust this with different red rhinestones or shoes, I've done my shoes before, and I just sit there and watch TV and I'm like, doop, boop, boop. And this, I sewed the feathers on myself, which was, that was an experiment.
Yeah, because sometimes when you do it and then you put it on, you're like, oh, it's not going to stretch.
Yeah, I did learn that. I learned that the hard way. That, and then rhinestones too. When you rhinestone something like a G-string, you have to stretch it out because the glue will like make it tighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it around a shoebox and I stretch it out. My corsets I put like on a bag and I like stretch them out a little bit and tighten them up.
I've done my G-strings on the back of a car, and that usually stretches them out just enough to get them.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, they're usually already crusted. So, but you know, it's not rhinestones, but it's certainly textural, which is fine.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so show us how you do this. I want to see this. I want to know from a pro.
A pro. All right.
Ooh, okay. Are you giving them something they can feel in this dress?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, in Vogue, right?
I love it. Okay. Oh. Wow. That is so pretty. Now, what happens if you're wearing white gloves? You don't.
Oh,
you don't, right?
No, you do, and you get red lipstick all over
It just
them.
happens.
It just, yeah, and then you just hope no one sees when you're presenting.
Right. Does there get a point where when you're doing that because of like you want to get use out of this stuff again, obviously. So maybe like jewel tones are best because, you're not going to be as noticeable, or is there like a certain cleaning trick everyone knows?
No cleaning. No, you just keep going.
Well, because those look perfectly clean. I mean, obviously your things are perfectly clean.
Yeah, they have lipstick on them.
Oh, well,
but,
no one's going to see that.
No, of course not. Some people put little like nails now. I've seen that a lot. They put nails outside the gloves to kind of hide the marks. But also, I just told someone this the other day. Like, you have to, before you take a glove off with your fingers or your teeth, you have to prep them. You have to like pull them a little bit away from your nails, so you're not actually biting your fingers or your nails. And so I feel like that helps because it just like gets the teeth,
right? Not
really a lip.
Do you always do the left hand or the right hand? Do you have a go-to?
Ooh, right.
Right.
My right first.
Yeah.
Not today, but my right first.
Now, do you ever do it, and obviously all your things need to come back to you, but do you ever have people that think like, oh, that's a gift because it came off, and they try to take it?
Thankfully, not yet.
Okay.
But I know many people it's happened to.
Yeah.
It actually just happened to a friend of mine in New York. Someone took her boa. It was like $1,000 boa.
That is not
because people
cool.
don't realize how expensive our things are, how
Right.
they can be, especially if you buy these cheap Amazon gloves and you put rhinestones on it. The rhinestones cost hundreds of dollars.
They do. They really do.
It's really ridiculous, but they look so good.
Well, it's so interesting in what we do because we are presenting on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So some things that read on stage are less expensive than other things. So for instance, like the glove, like by itself may seem affordable to other people, but then the embellishment is so much more. I remember the first time I ever bought rhinestones at Bohemian, my friend Philip Dominguez, who used to be in drag and is now a real estate agent.
Oh.
But he used to do drag, and his name was Tyra, and he lives in Long Beach. And all he did was he would buy all of his corsets and all of his wear from Versatile Fashions in Orange County when they were still around, and in an actual store. And he would rhinestone everything. And he followed Dita, which they're now friends. But he was a makeup artist. Anyway, he only did burlesque numbers. That's all he did, and they were gorgeous. I still have pictures. I'm going to show you pictures.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you should rhinestone something, sissy. Like, let's go get something. So I did a bra, and I thought, oh, well, he only uses so much. And then he's like, we're going to have to get a little bit more for yours, but don't worry. So then I remember we saved up all of our tips, and we went to Bohemian, And we went up to the lady, and the lady was like, oh, it's going to be this much. And I said, well, I'm going to need 10 gross. And to me, that was like, impossible.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, it's going to be, however much it was going to be. It was like $100. And so Philip I said, all right, well, I'm going to go and I'll be right back. And he goes, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to go get the car. He's like, for what? I'm like, for the stones. And he's like, no, Delta, like we don't need to get the car. And when she handed me, girl,
this little bag,
that little packet stapled to the cardboard like that, she's like, here you go. That's 148. I'm like,
yeah.
I thought it was going to be like feed, like a bag of feed.
I wish. God, I wish. I feel like that exists, but they
it
might
does
not be
now
as
a
sparkly.
little bit.
Yeah, they might not be as sparkly as jewels, but yeah, rhinestones are ridiculously expensive, but they look so good. I used to come into Burlesque and be like, I don't need rhinestones.
Right.
You don't need it. Like, no one needs it. But then the longer you're in the game of something, you're like, it just elevates it a little bit. You look more expensive.
When you're putting so much work and so much of your heart into it, you're like, I could maybe if I just save like on a few important pieces, just like you said, the gloves, like in what you're wearing now, which obviously you're not doing an onstage act, but even with just the stones on the gloves, like it just took it to the next level where people are really watching that. It's so pretty.
And the feathers. Feathers are also ostrich
insane.
Feathers, ridiculously expensive. Rightfully so. It's all rightfully so, but yeah.
But when you look at the movement of like a ostrich feather and then the movement of like a chicken feather or a turkey. Yeah. I mean.
And the molting on stage.
Sure.
That used to happen to me too before I realized ostrich feathers were the thing to get. I was like,
they're too pretty.
I just leave a trail of feathers everywhere I go.
They're too pretty. Yeah. It's so interesting how what you use can sort of make or break a look. And so you just sort of add as you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the key. I feel like that's the key is to start with a base.
And
then as you get money, as you save up, like you said, you just add things to it as you go along. I feel like those are the acts. Maybe I wonder if it's the same in drag, but in burlesque, I think those are the acts that are like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like really, really good are the ones you put a lot of effort into and you grow over the years with it. I feel like those are the acts that people can see and they can feel the passion behind it when you've put so much work into it over time.
Right.
Instead of just showing up and being like, look, I'm sparkly instantly.
Right.
It's cool, but it's a different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely remember like, the idea and I always think that it's important to have sort of those basics. Like if you're going to start, maybe you start with like a black satin corset and you're like, this is going to take me this is going to travel really well. And then I'm going to have, gloves. And so you do one basic look and then you add to that. And you don't really start out the gate with like, I'm going to spend $3,000 on a baby blue corset.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you have to add to it? If you don't have anything else, you're not going to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
It takes a moment.
Some people have money like that. I wish I did.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to.
I
We're
have to
on
dig
our
in
way.
this couch for like coins and
right. We're on our way. It's going to be a new year soon.
It's true.
It's going to be our year to have all this money.
Let's manifest it.
I mean, we might as well. They say just speak it. Speak it into existence.
Yes.
I hope you're listening, whoever's up there. Let's take a break. And we're back. We are just talking about sort of the ins and outs of that stuff. Off camera, we were just talking briefly about situations where we do we're trying to make our money. We're trying to do our art. We're trying to make our money. We're trying to do those things. And sometimes you're in situations where it's just, it's difficult, but we have to strike that balance.
Yeah.
Like there's being cordial with people, being friendly with people, being friends with people. And
yes. I don't have time for drama.
No.
I want to do my thing and entertain people. And I have my own personal drama I got to deal with. I don't need anyone else's extra drama.
Right.
I can't do it. It's a lot of energy.
It's too much energy.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to get on stage. You're like, I just need to woosah.
Right,
and do my thing. I don't need your extra.
Right. I agree. Well, this is a part of the podcast called Read Me Delta.
Read Me Delta!
This is where people will send in letters to us. and we just answer them. I mean, sometimes
Okay.
they're intense. Sometimes they're just like fun.
I think I've heard.
I don't know what. I don't get to see them until they show up here.
Okay.
So.
Oh boy.
I know. Let me see. I have so much crap on my table.
Is there a
Telling
plead
you.
the fifth answer?
There is. You don't have. If something's uncomfortable, by all means, just ignore it.
Okay. Oh my
So
gosh.
there's that.
I'm excited and scared at the same time.
Don't be scared. Everyone that listens to the podcast or watches is nice.
That's nice.
Hey babes, my name is Sussy Lamaya. I'm a gay activist and drag performer, but my question regards my day gig as a corporate doll in a pharmaceutical company. I work with so many trades gals, I mean nerdy scientific daddies with beards and dad bods, very that. Anyway, I have many Zoom meetings with them, and since we're mostly working from home, often long hours of one-on-one till late into the evening, I would like to know how I can flirt and show interest through Zoom calls. Okay. I usually get many I know. We were just talking about Zoom earlier. I usually get many compliments on my work and my smile, and I'm 78% sure 2 of my colleagues definitely desire my bussy.
Oh
my God. So I need to know how I can seal the deal. They don't know I'm gay, so I've considered maybe having poppers or a dildo in the background. Is that cute? Thanks, Delta and Jessabelle. Love the podcast. Love you both.
Yes, background. I like.
I mean, okay, so listen, I don't know if you've ever been on a Zoom call and been like not prepared for the Zoom call and you were like knocking stuff off the table. Like my McDonald's is sitting up here or whatever.
Yes. The blurry feature saved my life.
Okay.
The blurred background, because that wasn't a thing at first.
Right.
Then they started being like, oh shit, yeah, people have things they don't want seen. So my bedroom is all cluttered, but like I have blurred out so it looks really soft and inconspicuous.
Right.
But yeah, oh my God, that's a hard. Yeah.
Well, this person is 78% sure that 2 colleagues want them.
It's very specific.
Very specific. They want to know if they should be flirting on Zoom in a professional setting. How do you feel about flirting on Zoom? Because, what we do as entertainers is also social in a way. Mm-hmm. Do people flirt with you and think that you're, maybe available for hanging out later?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm okay with it.
Sure.
And other times I'm like, no.
Do people ever think that what you're doing is also an additional paid service?
Oh, maybe.
Because I mean, I'm not flossing, but that's happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's like people slide into your DMs. They're like, if I pay you a little bit, can I get a private show?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm like, that's been said so many times.
How about you just come tip me?
Yeah. Come to a show.
show.
Exactly. I have so many people that like follow me and comment on everything. And during lockdown, I was like, oh, I have merch. Uh-huh. Hey, buy some merch. And those are the people didn't buy any merch. And I'm like, really? You want to compliment and comment on everything, but you don't want to buy my merch.
How can I support you?
Weird.
How can I support you while I'm wearing this T-shirt of this other person that's got more money than God? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. But I have dated in the scene of burlesque, and I was like, oh, this probably is not a good idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you still have to see those people.
Sure.
It's gotten better. It's better because years have gone by, but immediately in the moment it was like, oh, we're broken up. This is weird. Mm-hmm. This is weird. I still see you coming to my shows. This is weird. Mm-hmm. And you went out of your way to come to this show.
Right.
Weird.
Something's happening here. Have you ever been in a corporate setting like this person where you wanted to flirt in a corporate setting? Or what do you think this person should do? Should they just avoid it?
My logical brain says avoid it, but then my other burlesque brain is like, go for it.
Yeah.
Do it. Try it. Maybe a little side private chat.
Right.
Because they have that on Zoom. You can private chat someone directly. Maybe slide a little like cheeky comment in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
what
mean,
do you think?
Sussy, I feel like maybe not flirting on Zoom, but making sure they have access to your social network. So oh, do you follow me on Instagram? Like maybe you're not supposed to at your job. I don't know. But, maybe that's a way. Maybe checking. I mean, what it sounds like to me is, I mean, are these people... Oh gosh, I don't know how to word this without sounding crude or exclusive or inclusive. But I mean, do you know that they're interested in you like publicly? Like would they go out with you, or are they just looking to hook up? Because if they're just looking to hook up, you're probably going to find them on an app somewhere on the down low. And if that's the case and you just want to have sex with them, well then just have sex with them and who cares? But if you're looking to date them or something, I feel like maybe you have to look for them also on an app where they publicly have their picture and they're like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I work in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm looking for like-minded individuals. And then you're like, hey, I think we work for the same company. I'd like to carry on this conversation outside of work. Maybe that might be safer because you might be risking your job. And that's a little scary.
That's what my logical brain is saying. Like, that's against the rules. But sometimes it's fun.
There's a prophetess that I follow, goes by Megan the Stallion, and she said, I've never had to chase dick in my life. And I don't think you've ever had to either. So don't chase it. Don't chase it.
That's true.
What about another letter?
Yes.
Okay.
That one was...
There's a code on the bottom of these letters that my... producer Mark writes on there, and it kind of reminds me, like sometimes I'll order wigs that come from Asian countries and they'll just have codes on them because it's whatever code that goes for like the shipping.
Yeah.
And that's what this kind of looks like.
Why are there codes on?
I don't know. It just says JT2.
Oh.
And then the other one said something else. JT1.
Oh.
Who knows? Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
You're Jessabelle Thunder.
Oh, it's me. I'm on there.
You're JT. I don't know much about science. Okay. Hello, Madam Delta.
Oh.
I'm writing to ask you, have you ever tried the spicy pickle chips from Ruffles? If you haven't, I'm terribly sorry. And if you have, where did you find them? My partner and I discovered them at Save Mart in our hometown and had to buy 4 bags as we could not find them anywhere else. And after I moved to another state, it's like they never existed. I've tried my best to find them locally, calling and visiting about every grocery and convenience store, even resorted to emailing Ruffles headquarters awaiting for a response from them. Wow. Have you ever had a beloved snack that got discontinued? I know you've touched on fast food items that have sadly left your life, but what about snacks? Whether it's a boxed pastry, bagged popcorn, etc., what has left the touch of your lips that you desperately wish to have back? Also, any tips on snack loss coping, which would be much appreciated. Stay fabulous, Gabby Gibbs.
Wow, that's a great question.
It is a great question. Do you have any snacks that are not around anymore? Or think? Well, first of all, have you ever tried these pickle chips Ruffles? I've never tried them.
No, but I would eat them.
I would try them.
Yeah. Kettle brand has like dill pickle.
And they're good.
They are so good. I did not think they were going to be good, and they were delicious.
You know what's gross?
Gosh, what is gross?
Walmart has a brand. They did it like a couple of years ago, and they have Great Value brand, which I love. Don't get me wrong. There's actually somebody on TikTok I follow that tells you the best Great Value items to buy and which ones not to buy.
TikTok's so helpful.
It is. But one thing they had that was really fucking gross was hot dog flavored potato chips.
Why was that?
But why did
thing?
I buy them? That's your question. Why would I buy them?
I mean, curiosity, right? But
$1.97.
Oh, yeah.
I had to try it.
I mean, I might.
I'm a gambler.
I might try. And then you're like, never again.
Ever.
No, but pickles, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
A snack that oh gosh. I'm pretty sure there have been some. There are definitely some that I can only get in like Canada or London.
Okay.
That I love. And so message to this person is you got to find maybe someone that you know in that space and then have them ship it to you.
That's what you got to do.
That's what or Amazon. Sometimes Amazon.
Sometimes they have
but
it.
I like friends that can just go out and buy it for me and ship it to me. It's a game changer.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
I was in love forever and ever and ever with this Little Debbie snack called Banana Twins.
I've never heard of
And
that.
they are yellow cakes that come almost like a lady finger in a way.
Ooh.
And there's 2 in there, and they are just like a yellow banana cake.
Not a Twinkie.
Not a Twinkie.
Oh.
With a white cream in the middle, and then they're like dipped in probably white chocolate that's been flavored like banana. And they're just called Banana Twins. And then they got rid of them. And then I saw them a few other times. And then here's another thing that trips me out. Did you know that, you know how like 99-cent stores now, like $1.29 store, same with Dollar Tree.
Yes.
And then they do have like an extended area where they're like, these are some tech items that are $4.99 or some food items. I have always, whenever I've been there, I'm like, oh, should we get something sweet? Like maybe we'll get a Little Debbie something. I always thought they were $1. But they're like $2.99 or $1.99.
Little Debbie's?
Yeah, they're at the dollar store.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, isn't it just like literally plastic that's like just been melted down?
Yeah.
I know it's absolutely horrible.
It's probably been sitting there for 15 years on the
shelf.
Yeah.
And because I remember like looking at my receipt and I was like, what's $2.99? I can get that at this regular store.
For less than $1, probably.
Probably.
Wow.
Maybe not.
These banana things sound delicious.
But I love artificial banana flavored anything.
Really?
I love banana Laffy Taffy is my favorite.
I've never had that.
I love banana twins. I love banana milkshakes.
Oh yeah.
I love like the yogurt that's like strawberry banana, which is usually the one people are like, oh, that's like not the one. I'll like it.
I love bananas. A lot of people don't like bananas.
I love bananas.
You like bananas and the flavor.
I love like an actual banana. Did you know, speaking of TikTok, why do I have this information? But like banana has the least amount of sugar or glucose in it when it is the least ripe. So the greener it is, so the more, you know, when people get like the bananas start to get spotted. I don't know about in your family, but my family's always like, my aunts or my mom will be like, those are ready for banana bread.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not going to make banana bread. You've made banana bread like 3 times in my life. They're always like, those are ready for banana bread.
Those are the best tasting bananas. I don't like when they're
you like
green. I like them bruised.
And that's when they have all the sweetness.
Of
that's when they're extra sweet.
That's why I like them.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that does a burlesque act where they slip on a banana peel? That could be my act.
Oh, yeah. I think you should do it. I don't know anyone that does. There might be, but I feel like you should do it.
Do you know that I had this little number I used to do? And it's been, I'm not going to floss.
Do it.
It's been imitated but never duplicated.
Oh.
At least in the drag world. Because nothing really happened. But it was my Minnie Mouse striptease, where the whole thing would strip off. There was gloves, there was this, there was panties, there was everything.
Oh
and essentially what it strips down to is that Minnie Mouse is just a little mouse. So she's wearing a black velvet catsuit.
That's great.
It's silly,
right?
I
need to see that. I need to see it.
It's fun.
Bring it back.
I should bring it back.
Yeah.
I had a friend that was been on the show, Eddie DeBar, you know Eddie, that got me shoes for it that were like the Minnie Mouse, like big shoes, like the whole thing
the
is
little, like a heel, like a red or yellow.
You have to put your foot inside and strap it in.
Oh, that's fun.
It's so silly.
I need pictures of that too.
Yeah, my friend Martin did this rendering of it. So there's like a picture. I'll send you the picture of it. But there's also some. I should do it again.
Yeah, I think so. I need to see it. We all need to see it. The world needs to see it.
We all need to. Because I was going to ask you. I'm like, what is a good beginner sort of thing to do? Is there something that a beginner in burlesque could do?
Like an act.
Like an act or a number or a song that maybe is like a good go-to. Obviously, The Stripper by David Rose is always popular.
Yeah, those are always popular. Those songs they all sound quite similar, but they're always like, easy peasy to dance to. That's pretty good, yeah. And just maybe a classic striptease. Just wear a dress, get a corset, some gloves, a bra. Yeah.
Have you ever been somewhere and not had everything you needed and just had to go with it?
Yes, I have. Like I said before, everything that's been everyone's nightmare has happened to me. That actually happened to me the first time ever at Hamburger Mary's.
Okay.
Doing a show there. And I forgot my skirt for my costume. And Delilah, do you remember Delilah? Delilah? Yeah, Delilah DeMila was there. And she was like, you can borrow mine, girl. And I was like, you're a size 0. I'm a size 12. Nah. That's not happening.
So what did you do?
I don't remember what I did, but I remember her offering me her skirt and me being like, that's not going to fit. And I think I just went out there in regular, because I was also wearing like full coverage underwear at that time.
Okay.
Because that's when I first started. And I was like, I don't want to wear a thong ever.
Right.
And now I'm like,
and now you're just cheeks out. Just cheeks.
Always cheeks out. Never say never.
Never.
That's what I've learned. Never say never.
Right.
Because it's going to happen eventually. I think I just went out there with like full coverage black underwear and just was like, whatever happens.
I mean, it's a look.
Yeah.
You're setting the mood. So, I mean, really, if it's you, what do you
Make
maybe
it
just
work.
take certain things a little bit longer and like, I
Yeah.
would guess, time it out.
Exactly. Go into the audience, which is actually something I learned from being in drag shows, in burlesque.
Really?
I learned how to be more fluid with my choreography and my act to come in and out of it because of drag shows, being
Really?
in drag shows. Yeah, because people were like, I remember Calpurnia and like whoever else would host, bingo, and they'd be like, oh, our next performer is a burlesque gal. Please throw the money on the stage. And no one does that. They just want to
Right.
be in their seats and they want you to come to them.
Sure.
So I was like, how do I get this money? So I had to go out there and like break my choreography that was so like strict to go get money.
Mhm.
And I started to be like, oh, that's not so bad. Like I can come in and
Right.
out of things and make it work. So I
And I think that's like you said, we learn stuff. Like I learned from watching burlesque entertainers. Like I like to not lose eye contact with people. So I love to look at people, especially, and this may sound like a little maybe perverted or something, I don't know, but even when I know people are kind of uncomfortable, like I like to keep eye contact with them because I want them to know that like I want you to know what I'm doing here is with you.
Yeah.
And I want you to be with me in this. And I feel like it's sexy. I feel like
It
it's like
is.
sensual to like be in an audience and do that, especially when it's people that have never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just a place in drag and burlesque that is there is a heightened sensuality to it where, people may call it like eye fucking someone or fucking with their mind or whatever. But there are definitely people, especially as we are now sort of understanding that like the difference between gender and sexuality, we're understanding that people love and respond to role play. They love and respond to sort of like giving power to someone else or taking power. And it doesn't have to be frightening. It can just be like, oh my gosh, in this moment, I'm so attracted to this mood that you've set for me. And now I either want to respond to it or I want to take it and do it too.
Yeah.
Right? Like
yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean that because you are so enamored with this entertainer, it doesn't mean that you necessarily want them. You might want what they have, that power. And you're like, I want to take that for myself. And I really feel like from watching burlesque entertainers, I've been able to take with me like sort of this like long, I take a while to get there. I like to take
The
people on a long
tease.
walk.
I like it. I love it. The slow burn.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's what we call it. I have a hard time with slow burns.
Do you?
I'm always like, I gotta move.
Just shaking,
Yeah.
going crazy, velvet hammer, like.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Velvet Hammer. Yeah, I have to do a thing.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. But no, I totally agree with you. Like, that people, you can change their mindset. I feel like that it happens with a lot of performances, but I feel like it really happens a lot in burlesque and drag because we break that fourth wall. You
Right.
cannot ignore us.
Right.
We are here, right? And we see you. You see us. We know that you see us. And we're going to like call attention to it somehow.
Right.
And I feel like people are a little frightened of that, but they're also like, they like it. They're like,
And I think we're only stronger. Like as a drag queen, I feel like I'm only stronger by having other entertainers, other burlesque, people who identify as female burlesque entertainers, male identifying burlesque entertainers, drag kings. I learned so much about what I do by being around in this like-minded thing that you can just watch. I've shared this story before. Landon Sider, who is
I love
one of the
Landon.
most gorgeous people in the world, in and out of drag. It took me forever. I've been sitting here and adjusting this dress, right? And it's going to show up on camera at some point. But I remember one time saying, and I've shared this story a million times, but I can't not share it with people, saying to Landon, I don't know why my boobs always look weird in my dresses. And Landon was like, looking. We were doing the brunch and he was doing his face. And finally he was like, do you know why? It's because the way that you're projecting your breasts when you create them is not the way that the clothing is designed. It's designed for a teardrop breast. Therefore, when he's like, and your breasts look great when they're up, but they're not designed for, the clothing is designed for something to sit the way that the model is sitting. The model is not, it's not designed for the model to be in a push-up bra with the breasts like this. It's meant to be how they would be worn daily. And I thought, it took someone who identifies as a woman, dressed as a man,
yeah.
to sit next to me and tell me, dressed as a woman who's really a man, let's just break this down for you. Like, you know what I mean? We're so much stronger when we have like one another to go, well, let me give you my observation as I live it.
Yep.
Not knocking you, just saying, maybe try this. This could work.
So true. That community.
Yeah.
Right. It is like, there is some drama in the community of like burlesque, drag, what have you, but
of course,
it's also, there's a lot of togetherness, a lot of helpfulness, and I really, really appreciate that.
Right.
I appreciate all the communities I get to be a part of.
So who do you hate? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not doing that.
Well, actually, no, I'm just kidding. No.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
having me. This is so fun.
This was fun.
I love this. This is like
Me
this
too.
is like literally my holiday dream.
Yay.
You are like the Christmas angel for the show. This is what we needed.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you're
I really
here.
appreciate you.
Where can people find you on social media?
I made my name the most difficult. Jessabelle Thunder on Instagram.
Okay.
Right? They can spell it out. JESSABELLE Thunder. Or you can type Jess and Thunder with no vowels.
And it'll just pop up.
And it'll also pop up.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Do you ever have people that you follow on Instagram and then all of a sudden you can't find their name and you have to like type the whole name out and you're like, and then it's all Facebook and I'm like, Facebook? I don't even have a Facebook account.
I don't know why it does that. It's very annoying.
It is annoying.
And you have to keep typing the name and then it'll appear 3 times. And you have to just be like, I think it's this one.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And they're always changing things. I hate it. But I love it.
Anywhere else? Twitter?
No,
Farmers
I
Only?
don't. Yeah, Farmers Only. Christian Mingle.
You could be
Just
there. Who
kidding. No,
knows?
I'm not there. No, I don't do Twitter. I don't understand Twitter. Just TikTok. I have a TikTok. I try.
TikTok is good. I love it.
It's a black hole.
Yeah.
I try not to open it. And then my hours are gone after I open it.
Oh, I go to bed with it and I'm like, I'm falling asleep, or I'll have my phone like this and it'll drop on my face and I'm like, go to bed. What is so hard about it?
It's so hard. It's so addicting. That's what they wanted, and they got it.
And they got it. They
Yeah.
got it. Thank you all for listening to Very Delta. You can now search for Very Delta on your podcast apps. We come out every single Monday. So find us here on the Mom Podcast YouTube channel as well, where you can watch this talk show every single week. And a special hello, by the way, to everyone watching the talk show on YouTube. Also, you know what's very Delta? Subscribing to Mom Podcast so you don't miss an episode. Send all of your questions to readmedelta@gmail.com. We want questions. Well, I would say comments, but we don't always want comments.
No, questions were good.
Unless they're good comments.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, I watched the episode with Jessabelle and you both looked like you were dropped from heaven. That's what we want them to say.
And we love the flowers in your hair from Dollar Tree.
Flowers, Dollar Tree. We did it. That's what we're saying. Earlier, some things are very expensive, sometimes they're not, but all together, it all works.
Yeah.
It all works.
Yeah.
You can get from Dollar Tree, you can get custom, just mix it all up. It's fine.
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram also at Delta Work, and now dedicated socials for the show at Very Delta. So there is a Very Delta account on Instagram and TikTok, and you can get clips and updates all about the show. And of course, join me here next week for another episode. And until then, keep things very Delta.
Yay.
To listen to Very Delta one day